What up, guys? It's the Big Chief, aka Kyle Krings, aka your girlfriend's favorite Madden player. What we got in stock for you today is a breakdown of the ace pair flex formation out of the Pittsburgh playbook. As far as personnel goes, you're going to want to have the far left and the far right receiver to have good speed and good catch in traffic, the left inside receiver to have good route running, and the inside tight end on the right to be a fast guy because he's going to be your hot read if the blitz is coming. Put Dwan Harris with 93 speed at running back. Not great, but serviceable. Let's jump into the offense. I'm going to show you how to beat man coverage. You're going to want to leave Jennings on the route he's already on. And I would say 75% of the time he's going to beat that man coverage. I don't know why that is, but yeah, he's definitely going to be open. I don't think the cornerback turns his hips when Jennings makes his break, as you can see there. But he just gets naked. And I'm going to show you a replay of this because this is bad. As you can see, the cornerback got on him, and somebody needs to get him a fucking map because he just looks lost out there. Next route I'm going to do is you're going to want to put Jordy on a fade, and you're going to want to precision this to the inside. I would say he's going to get open most of the time, and a guy that has good speed will. But if you're losing somebody like the Steelers, Plexico, he's not going to create much separation. As you can see there, Jordy just getting beastie with the catch in traffic. He should not hold on to that, but he does. There's two routes you can put Randall COB on. The first one is a streak against man coverage, and you're just going to want to precision this to the right. And I'd say throw it when he's 5 yards down the field. The next route he's going to run is an out. And you can just throw this one right on the break, and with his speed, he's a very dynamic player. So, the next route I'm going to show you is Finley's route. You just want to leave this stock as well, and throw this right on the break. And I don't know why, but for some reason that cornerback doesn't even react to the ball whatsoever. As you can see again here, I'm going to go to Finley, throw it right as he makes his cut, and the cornerback just looks clueless. Now, if your opponent has been playing a lot of fag D, blitzing one guy, I like to put Dwan on a wheel route and look for him to maybe get matched up in a linebacker and wait for him to get down the field and then let Rodgers make a perfect throw to him. Against the blitz, you're gonna want to look for Cobb on that out route right away, and it's going to be a huge gain for you because if they're in single man-to-man coverage, you just need to get the ball in Randall COB's hands and get him in space, and that's about all there is to it. Next thing I'm going to discuss is beating zone, and I didn't really discuss too much about beating zone coverage, and that's primarily because the routes that Jennings and Jordy are on are extremely effective against zone. So I don't see too much of that. They can't use her in both places. Just wait for either one of them to get past the linebacker and then precision it inside. Next wrinkle I like to mix in once in a while is put Jennings on a fade route. Motion him a step out, hike the ball, and quick throw it to him. This can be a good gain of maybe 10 yards there. I got more. That typically doesn't happen, but it may. Next play I'm going to dive into is called PA Pit Crosses. And I really, really like this play. And it's something I only run maybe twice, 2 or 3 times a game in a critical situation when I'm 100% sure they're going to be in man-to-man coverage. And you're just going to wait for Jennings to make his cut, and this route will be open 100% of the time if they are in man. Another thing I like about this play is if you smart route Jennings' route on like a 3rd and 16, he will break right at the sticks. So, I mean, utilize that, and it's a great way to move the chains. Next play I'm going to go over is called verticals, and you're going to want to leave this play as stock, with the exception of maybe utilizing Finley's route and moving him to whatever you like, maybe blocking Harris for a little more time. There I just did a quick streak to Cobb, precision it to the right. Also, you're going to want to motion Jordy out on this play. And as you can see, he just torches, well, I guess that is a linebacker out there. But let's take another look at it and actually see what happened. Regardless if it's a linebacker or not, if that's a corner, they just don't turn their hips when Jordy makes that cut. So regardless, I'll show you here. I'm gonna motion Jordy out again, and I'm gonna put more also on Jordy. So I got double coverage over there. I'm gonna see what happens here. We'll go ahead and block Harris for a little more time, and as you can see, Jordy still gets open. Precision it to the left, and that should be a nice game for you. Let's look at this one more time, because there's two guys on him here. As you can see, the corner just doesn't react. Last read on this play is Jennings's, and he gets open on this too. Precision it to the right. As you can see, and on all these plays, you're going to need guys with really, really good catching traffic. That's pretty much imperative to this scheme. A lot of immediate contact ensues. Last passing play I'm going to show you today is the slip screen. And this was the reason I switched to the Pittsburgh playbook, because I was using KC originally and they didn't have a screen, and I was really excited when I saw this in the Pittsburgh playbook. With that being said, I was a little disappointed with the overall quality. It's not as effective as usual screens, but it's definitely nice to sprinkle in once in a while, keep the defense on their toes and whatnot. I don't know, Harris is just, he's whatever. He's fast. I mean, he's the best the Packers got, but other than that, he's nothing special. So I might run the ball once or twice with the Packers all game. I mean, there's no reason to really run the ball. And the only thing I do on my screen is put Daquan on a delay route instead of the stock screen route. Now a couple running plays, the HB stretch. I primarily run this when the defense their alignment looks like I can get outside on that right side. However, if they're using that top left safety and they get there in a hurry, I would suggest not running this play. But, with that being said, there's a lot of room to make I mean, if I had a good running back, AP, he breaks that tackle, he's gone. Chris Johnson, he breaks that tackle, he's gone. So, I mean, you really only need to make one guy miss on this play. So if you're a running player, use the Titans, use the Steelers, use the Vikings, use the 49ers. They all have very good running backs. Additionally, you can put where Cobb is. If I'm the Steelers, I put Heath Miller there. He sets the edge nicely, etc. Or some other big tight ends, Vernon Davis. He'd be very nice there too. I mean, this will be a 7-8 yard gain, but like I said, with a good running back, this is definitely a home run play. Another thing you can do is you can motion Jordy to the left and go ahead and run that stretch to the left-hand side. And this is alright. I mean, it's usually a couple yard gain. If your opponent has pretty good stick skills, this probably isn't going anywhere, to be completely honest with you. But with that being said, I think it sets up the next play nicely, which is going to be the HB belly weak. And I primarily look for this as a home run hitter when I think maybe set up that stretch play and run it to the left. And they'll probably shift their line over and whatnot. And this is usually as a home run. Obviously right there it wasn't. And I don't think I've ever seen Harris break one tackle today, but I guess that's what you get when you play with the pack. But he does have some nice speed. That's it for today, guys. Follow me on Twitter.